All right, well, Donald Trump is calling crypto a disaster waiting to happen. This is only one of the headlines that we are going to discuss today. Also, in the headlines today, we have 5 reasons for Ethereum competitor Solana success. This is the platform that has seen one of the biggest growth in the last couple of weeks. In fact, if we go here on the weekly, Solana is up 72%. On the monthly, Solana is up 238%. Solana is a platform for NFTs, among other things. And this is actually a very good article here that I will discuss in a few more details. Also, there are news about the XRP lawsuit. Apparently, the SEC is getting motion to compel discovery in Slack dispute, meaning that they will be looking at the Slack discussions and chats between officials of Ripple. So this is not really great for XRP. Really big news here. BitConnect founders are hit with SEC charge over 2 billion scam. Now, if you remember, this was a huge deal back in 2017 and early 2018 when BitConnect collapsed. And I will also elaborate on that. Also, OKX, this is one of the top exchanges, is going to launch a new platform to accelerate DeFi and NFT adoption. NFTs are everywhere, guys. Everyone is, jumping on the bandwagon with NFTs. And also, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey is talking about implementing a Lightning Network and Bitcoin in order to be able to tip your favorite creators on Twitter, just like we do with other platforms. And this is actually going to be quite a huge deal for Bitcoin. So these are the topics that I will be discussing in today's episode. But first, a quick message from our sponsors. This episode of Crypto Corner is sponsored by PrimeXBT, an award-winning multi-currency trading platform which offers access to hundreds of assets, including cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, EOS, Cardano, and many more, hundreds of forex pairs, commodities, metals, oil, gas, and others, and indices such as S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and many more. To provide the highest level of liquidity and instant order execution, PrimeXBT aggregates feed from 12 industry-leading exchanges and feed providers. They have 4 base currencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD Tether, and USD Coin, plus their native COV token. Most importantly, PrimeXBT is the exclusive home to Covesting, a peer-to-peer copy trading module that features a 5-star rating system and global leaderboard that supplies followers with the success and risk metrics that they need so they can make informed decisions about which strategies to follow. This is an automated trading feature that allows novice traders to leverage the skills of more experienced traders and collect profits in a very hands-free and kind of a done-for-you type of a system. It's all done on autopilot. Once you start copying a trader, all of the trades that they execute are being also executed in your account. You don't have to do manually anything, and you can always stop the copy trading at any point that you want. I have been testing this service already, and I shared with you my experience in this video, and also I did a very thorough video on PrimeXBT where I explained all of the different features of the exchange. You will find these links in the description below. What I really like about this exchange is the fact that you don't have to share your ID or any other sensitive data with them. KYC is optional. It is not obligatory, and they have some of the lowest fees on the market, which I also really like. I also have a welcome bonus code that is in the description, so give it a try. Make sure that you use the links in the description below. Alright, well, let's start with the news. I'm going to actually start in reverse. I'm going to start with this news first here about Twitter. So basically, this is a new feature that Twitter is looking into implementing at some point soon. And Jack Dorsey has been talking about this for some time now. And he's been talking about creating a Bitcoin wallet, decentralized exchange also on Bitcoin. Like, he's really involved with Bitcoin right now. And he did say in a tweet not long ago that he is going to devote a lot of his attention and efforts into building more infrastructure for Bitcoin. So because he really believes in Bitcoin, which is great. I mean, it's really good to have someone so influential and with so much power to be such a supporter of Bitcoin and the community and everything. So there is a new feature that Twitter is hopefully going to start enable soon. It's a tipping jar, something that we've seen with many other social networks. I think Steam, it was one of the early ones that did that, and then we've seen it with Library TV that got renamed to Odyssey. I'm on Odyssey, so maybe some of you are actually watching this video on Odyssey. We also see it with Brave Browser, where you can actually just tip your favorite creators in BAT, because Brave Browser is using the BAT cryptocurrency. With Twitter is going to be Bitcoin, and they will implement Lightning Network, because Lightning Network, if you don't know, is a scaling solution. It's basically a layer 2 solution for Bitcoin, where you can make microtransactions, very small amount transactions that are going to cost you close to nothing. And this is really important, because with Bitcoin right now, the network is quite clogged with many transactions, and it's always in an overload, so the transaction fees are quite high. And with Lightning Network, what you can do is basically open a side channel, and within that channel you can make many transactions that are not being broadcasted to the Bitcoin network. And this channel is open for a period of time. It could be 1 day, or it could be more than 1 day. And at the end, when you decide, whoever has opened that channel, it could be a company, or it could even be just a person. When they decide to close that channel, they basically broadcast the result of all of the transactions that have occurred during that period, whether it's a day or more. They broadcast only one transaction to the Bitcoin network, and that one transaction is just the result of all of these transactions. So during that day, many people, me and you, 20, 50, 200 or thousands of people are making transactions within that channel. There are Bitcoin transactions, but they're being basically serviced by this channel, and whoever is sending, whoever is receiving, all of that is being recorded. But there are many transactions, and because it is a private channel, I can basically decide to charge a very, very small fee, because I'm not having to broadcast every transaction to the Bitcoin network. Therefore, I'm not really going to be paying a fee for each of these transactions. In the end, I will be broadcasting that one transaction, which is the result of this, to the Bitcoin network, and I will be paying a fee. So clearly, I will be charging these, people who are transacting for their transactions, but I can charge them very, very small fees, in contrast to the actual fee on the Bitcoin network. So, this is kind of summarized and simplified what Lightning Network is doing. Of course, it's far more complex than what I just described, but, in effect, this is how you operate with Lightning Network, with channels. And this is why with Lightning Network already been, around for more than 4 years, and in the beginning being quite a difficult thing to operate with. Now it's getting really user friendly, to the point where, we can actually start using it. And it's been something that we've been waiting for a long time. I mean, we've been talking about it since 2016, more actively since 2017. We were expecting it to come into play in 2018, then it was 2019. Finally, in 2020, it started actually operating in a more user-friendly way, and now we are ready to start implementing it in different software applications and things like that. So I'm actually very happy to see this. This is going to be big news for Bitcoin. When they do that, this is going to be quite a big deal for Bitcoin, of course, as you can imagine, because this is yet another big mainstream channel adopting Bitcoin, and mainstream adoption is important for Bitcoin if Bitcoin is to really continue growing. Now, at the same time, Donald Trump has come again and again slamming cryptocurrencies. If you remember, was it a year or two ago, he was talking about Bitcoin, how he doesn't really like it because it is not the US dollar. I mean, Donald Trump is really a baby boomer who cannot understand cryptocurrencies. He's been told by some of his officials that cryptocurrencies are challenging the dollar, of course, and that's why he hates them. He doesn't like them. But The problem is that he doesn't even understand them, and he's I don't know whether he was asked about Bitcoin or whether he just decided to make this statement, maybe in response to the fact that Twitter is going to adopt Bitcoin. And as you know, he has this beef with Jack Dorsey, with Twitter, for being banned from Twitter. So the latest thing is that not yesterday, on August 31st, just a couple of days ago, he went again on Fox TV, his favorite channel that is always praising him and everything. I mean, every now and then they don't really praise him, and then he slams them as being like done and finished and everything. But yet again, he's back on Fox. So, I mean, typical Trump thing. And he's talking about the fact that I'm gonna read this statement because this is, I mean, so ignorant, really. Who knows what they are, he says, about cryptocurrencies, but they certainly are something that people don't know very much about. In this statement, he basically means himself. And I mean, if who knows what they are? If you even knew a little bit about cryptocurrencies, then you should have at least elaborated a little bit. I mean, if you're going to make a stance about cryptocurrencies, Donald Trump, you should at least have a vague idea what they are, instead of starting your sentence with who knows what they are. I mean, how can you have a stance on this if you don't even know what they are, right? And then you're right that many people don't know very much about cryptocurrencies, but also many people do, right? And many people like us have been in this space for many years now, right now, and we are talking about all of the different projects in this space and what they do and all the innovation that blockchain is bringing. And coming here in 2021, if it was 2016 or 2017, I would probably agree with you that who knows what they are. You know, at the time, really the majority of people had no idea. I was talking to people and they were asking me what I'm doing, and I was saying I work with cryptocurrencies, and everyone was saying, what is this? This is in 2016 and 2017. Fast forward to today, when I say to people I work with cryptocurrencies, they know what they are. Many people are even really knowledgeable about cryptocurrencies, to the point where I'm surprised, because I still thought that people are behind and people just have heard of them but don't know much about them. These days, when I meet people and I talk about cryptocurrencies, they start talking to me about Ethereum and Cardano and all of those things that clearly people already know about cryptocurrencies, far more than Donald Trump thinks. And if you remember, recently again, he was talking about Bitcoin, that it's a scam, or he said it looks scammy to me. Why? Because it challenges the US dollar. Anything that challenges the US dollar and the status of US dollar as a world reserve currency, to him is scammy. I mean, I don't really see the logic in that. I see a logic in slandering something just for the sake of kind of bringing it down. But you cannot call it scammy just because it challenges the status of the US dollar. And there's many analysts and economists that have been talking about the collapse of the dollar for many years now. I would say for at least a decade. I don't really think that the dollar is going to collapse, because the Fed is still having a way to keep it going. And of course, it is supported by taxes and everything. So it's not really going to collapse, but it's definitely weakened. And many people, many nations that used to use the dollar as their reserve currency are moving away from the dollar. Even some of the Middle East regions and Far East regions that used to be producing oil and they used the dollar as a reserve currency, they are now also moving away from it. And even China is most likely moving away from it. So definitely the dollar is weakened internationally and even nationally. With all the printing last year that happened, I'm pretty sure that the dollar is not going to be as strong as it used to be in the last decade. So Donald Trump is now trying to save the day here by hitting on cryptocurrencies. It's not going to happen. Luckily, the Biden administration is far more crypto friendly and they're trying to find ways to regulate it. Of course, we don't like some of the ways they're regulating it, but regulating it is inevitable, and it's actually good in the long term for the mainstream adoption, because if we want mainstream adoption, we need the regulations. It's not going to happen without regulation. Anyway, let's move on to Solana. And this is a good article here in the Crypto Gazette talking about 5 reasons why Solana is a decent competitor to Ethereum. As you know, Ethereum has been the leader in the NFT creation, and not only DeFi and NFT is basically built on Ethereum. Even to these days, the majority of the applications in both DeFi and NFTs are actually built on Ethereum. However, there are quite a few blockchains now that are starting to compete with Ethereum, including Binance Smart Chain, including Cardano, including Solana. Solana is actually already a competitor. It has more than 400 applications that are built on it, that are including DeFi and NFTs as well. And this is only one of the reasons why Solana is a very good competitor to Ethereum. Also, it is much cheaper to transact on Solana, and it is much faster than Ethereum. These are really important factors. This is actually why Binance Smart Chain also gained such a big traction so fast when it was launched last year. So definitely Solana right now, and Solana is also bringing a lot of new projects, continually launching new projects, and partnerships and everything else that is actually really important for the growth of this ecosystem. Solana is actually building an ecosystem. It's not just a project, it's not just a platform, it's actually an ecosystem. It includes a lot of different applications that are actually helping it to compete with Ethereum. So this is an article that I'm going to drop the link in the description if you want to check it out and get some more insight on it. Now, another article that is really important here now, finally, this is years, it's been 4 years now since the collapse of this was the biggest scam in crypto if we don't count OneCoin. I think OneCoin and this one here, BitConnect, these are definitely the two biggest scams in crypto that have ever occurred in the history of crypto. I mean, we have had some other scams as well, and quite big ones as well. I mean, most recently, Plus Token was a huge scam. It was over $1 billion worth of crypto scam. And then there were some other ones, Cloud Token, and other derivatives of that. But definitely BitConnect in 2016 and 2017, or maybe it was just 2017. I'm not sure it was when it started, but I remember in 2017, everyone started talking about BitConnect. The token was actually listed on coinmarketcap.com, which was the biggest database for crypto, and it gave it legitimacy, which many of us knew that this is not legit. I actually had a lot of friends, network marketing friends on my Facebook, that were trying to get me involved with this BitConnect thing. Basically what this was doing was it was promising very big returns, high yield returns based on supposed trading. So apparently it was a cryptocurrency that was giving you profits over time if you hold it, if you stake it, and it was giving you very big profits. I can't remember exactly what was the percentage, but it was unrealistic type of percentage, and it was supposedly because the owners of this company were trading cryptocurrencies, and they were paying you these profits because of their trading profits. At the same time, nobody knew who are the owners of this cryptocurrency. They were kind of anonymous, and it was promoted by all of the network marketers, people that were hungry for commissions, and that they didn't really care that there was no transparency about who are the people behind this project. They didn't care that there was no proof of trading or anything that was shown to people. And they were promoting this, and some of them actually became really, really rich. I mean, I'm talking, they made millions. And in 2018, the SEC of Texas and a couple of other states actually issued cease and desist orders to BitConnect, just as they were trying to launch another ICO. I mean, they were already having their token operating and everything, but they were launching sort of a version 2 or something new, some new platform or something, and they wanted to create a new ICO to collect even more money, to scam even more people. Texas was the first state that actually caught wind of that and issued them a cease and desist, and then I think Canada and maybe a couple of other states in America also issued these kind of cease and desist orders, and BitConnect literally vanished overnight. It vanished in an instant, and the token collapsed in a matter of a few days, it dropped by more than 90%, and people lost tons of money, especially those who have been staking big amounts of this token in order to, to get big returns and everything. Some of the top promoters got lawsuits against them and everything. So definitely this was a huge mess. And it was one of the biggest scams in crypto, if we don't count OneCoin, which OneCoin is still going on, unfortunately. OneCoin is the oldest scam in crypto because it started back in 2014, way before many people even knew what Bitcoin was. And OneCoin was claiming to be the new Bitcoin, bigger than Bitcoin, centralized crypto, better than decentralized crypto. All of these crap statements and things like that, they managed to get so many people involved. And as soon as the authorities in one country gets hold of what they're doing and starts issuing penalties or even arrests, as they did in China and some other regions, they just move to a new country. And I think currently they're just big in Africa, because I think Africa is now one of the last continents that they haven't really been charged and whatever. Never mind, I'm digressing. Anyway, so this is big news that finally one of the founders of BitConnect is found and hit with a charge over his $2 billion scam. So this is another article that I will share with you if you want to get more details about it. Right. Now, this is the latest development in the lawsuit by SEC against XRP, against Ripple and the founders of XRP, the token, claiming that they have done inside trading, that they have done many things to actually enrich themselves. And this is the big problem with XRP. Also, they're trying to prove that XRP is a security because it was promoted in a way that it's kind of, promising people returns and stuff like that. And there's many points on which I don't really agree with the claims by the SEC, but also there are some claims that they're making which are quite valid. And Ripple has actually, the Ripple founders have tried every trick in the book to actually dismiss the request by the SEC to the court, compelling them to provide documentation in the Slack dispute. They're basically their chats over Slack. Slack is a platform just like Discord and other platforms for communication. It's a messenger type of a platform, and basically these Slack messages could be quite controversial, and they could have a lot of secretive things that of course the Ripple founders would not really want to be made public and seen in court and stuff like that, because it could actually expose a lot of things that are going behind the scenes. And I personally feel that this is good, because if there's anything fishy going on, I feel that everyone should know about, even XRP holders, even though this could be bad for them because it could actually crash the price of XRP. Everyone should actually be aware if there's something fishy going on behind the scenes, because we have seen the founders of XRP having so much XRP in their holdings. We're talking billions of XRP. We're talking even billions of dollars worth of XRP in their accounts that they're constantly dumping on the market, which is one of the reasons why XRP price was kind of suppressed for a very long time. Of course, when the Discord case started, this really slumped the price down. This really crashed it down. So right now XRP is really down because of that. But even before that, the XRP price was for a long time really underwater, and it was because of the constant dumping of huge amounts by the founders. And we're talking a few founders, not just one or two. So I'm actually for this. I feel that anything that will reveal kind of dirty business going on behind the scenes is actually good for us. Any kind of transparency is actually good for us. So this is it. I'm not going to go into any more details. I want to keep this actually short, and I'm quickly moving on to the next topic, which is OKX Exchange launches a new platform to accelerate DeFi and NFT adoption. In fact, OKX lately has been doing a lot to actually compete with the likes of Binance and KuCoin and all of the other exchanges, because this is an exchange that is not new. It has been around for quite a few years already, but it kind of failed to become one of the top exchanges. It is one of the top exchanges, but it is not in the top 5. I would argue that it's not even in the top 10. So it is a popular exchange, but it's far lagging behind its competitors, and especially being on the market since the times of before Binance, I think, or even if not before, at least at the same time as Binance and KuCoin. And I mean, in the meantime, we've seen a lot of other exchanges, Bybit and BitMEX and many other exchanges, come out of nowhere and become huge in no time, and OKX never really managed to get this kind of popularity or anything. So now they're really trying to compete, and this for me is actually quite a good thing. More competition on the market is always welcome. It creates better conditions for the users, and so competition is always good, and you know, that means lower fees, that means more features that are going to be good for the users. We saw how KuCoin and Binance were really competing to bring more staking options and yield farming and other options for people to actually earn profit from the coins that they're holding on these exchanges. And it really got to the point where both of these brought so many different options that, you know, they're complete ecosystems now. Both KuCoin and Binance are complete ecosystems. We didn't really see that from Coinbase or from the likes of Bitfinex or Bittrex, for instance, you know, exchanges that are older than them. But definitely Binance and KuCoin were really competing with the kind of the same tricks and everything. And also both of them brought DEXs, decentralized exchanges. I think KuCoin is still about to launch their own, but it's coming very soon in the next few months, and Binance already has their own DEX and everything. So definitely the competition is very welcome. And you know, NFTs, everyone is trying to create marketplaces for NFTs because they saw the huge success of OpenSea, the biggest NFT marketplace, and many other ones. So right now I think the money really is in NFT marketplaces. If you can create a NFT marketplace where you have a lot of creators, a lot of people who are actually selling their NFTs on your platform, and you get a lot of customers and everything, you're making a killing from these fees, because you are charging everyone who is listing, everyone who is buying, you are charging fees. I would say, I mean, it's not really bigger than trading. You know, trading platforms, they have far more transactions and everything happening, but it's definitely on par with the profits that trading platforms are making. So if you are a programmer, if you know how to code and everything, you should probably look into creating an NFT marketplace now before it's too late. Well, this concludes today's episode of Crypto Corner, everyone. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. I hope this brought value to you, and if it did, please share it with someone else who would benefit from the information that I shared here. Also, show your support by leaving a like and a comment below. Leaving comments will also qualify you for my summer giveaway. You can win prizes in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and a brand new Ledger Nano S. This is the most popular hardware wallet device on the market. If you're new to crypto, consider getting a copy of my books, Learn Crypto, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Investing in Cryptocurrencies, and Crypto Jargon, a complete dictionary of all the crypto terminology that you see in articles, videos, and on social media as well. These two ebooks have already helped thousands of people turn from crypto newbies to experienced investors who know how the markets operate and how to avoid the mistakes that every new investor makes. Links, of course, are in the description below. Make sure that you catch my next episode. If you haven't done that yet, hit the notification bell so you know when I post a new video. And if you want to see more Crypto Corner episodes, just pick one of these.